Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another snippet from one of the off-the-chain episodes I had with my man Laszlo, MMG Investments. Good guy, good friend of mine from YouTube. We talked about, of course, the coronavirus and how we were on top of this back in January. But it was interesting to see that the Philly bond trader, I'm calling her Jane Bond, she called in on this episode. So I want to give you guys a snippet of her conversation with us and some more intel from her regarding what the hell is going on in this bond market. The debt market is more important. That's what you should be looking at. The Fed's actions are not targeted at the equities market. It is because things are awry in the debt markets. And that is the big problem. That's the elephant in the room. So check this out. I'm going to be having her on very soon. It's a lot to talk about. Today's market was crazy. I told you guys last night, I said Black Monday, and we definitely had a Black Monday. Dow Jones down almost 3,000 points. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But anyway, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla! All right.
Yeah, so the $30 oil happened.
Yep.
I didn't think it was going to happen under those circumstances. Oh, and by the way, the other night when I called in, this bodega was selling 8 beers for $8. So I was a little bit lit, and I apologize for all the cursing.
I don't know if you saw all the comments under the video.
Yeah, I did. I was like face palming, like, oh man.
All right, so tell us what's going on now.
All right,
this is crazy.
This is coronavirus related now, and I got a guy. He has a family member that is on the board of directors of a major airline. They just came out of a meeting. One of the guys fucked up and leaked out information to his friends and family, and then I got a hold of it. Washington State, California, and New York is going to go under quarantine within 24 to 48 hours. And they're shutting down all the airports there.
Wow.
And they said it's going to be a minimum of 14 to 21 days minimum. We don't know the max.
So by quarantine, is it martial law? Like the guards going to get called and the reserves? Do you know? Probably.
I have a friend that is in the National Guard in New Jersey, and they got activated today.
Yep. Here
Makes
we go.
Sense. But Jimmy Jinx, hey, it's just the flu, buddy.
Dude,
Just
like, you know, I was warning the other brokers in the office for the last month. I told them fucking February 10th to start raising cash and to go short. They mocked me, they laughed in my face. And then as the weeks go on, they're getting white in the face, and then they're running around with their heads cut off. The only people that are woke in there is the bond trading desk. Everybody else, they're just fee-based paper pushers.
Bond traders see it.
Bond
It's all
traders
messed
are
up.
Bond traders are known to be 10 times smarter than
Yeah, man. For sure. I mean,
the bond market
that's
was
coming down.
When the 10-year yield went below 1. I mean, that's just screaming we're about to have a market crash. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
What we're seeing is a complete risk-off scenario.
So I know you're walking, and maybe you can, I got your number, so I'll definitely get back in touch with you. But what about this injection of 1.5 trillion that Jerome Powell, by the way, did as an executive decision? He didn't even get the go-ahead from the board, the FOMC. What is that about?
Yes.
We are still having discussions in the firm about that. So I don't know.
Okay.
But we're talking about it.
Well,
We're just thinking that no matter what they do, cut rates, inject money, full-blown QE, there's so much confidence lost in this market. I don't think those rallies will hold.
No, they won't. It won't hold. My man Brit VR said it. The support line is the vaccine. That's where the bounce
Yeah,
is.
hey, that's funny.
That's where the bounce is, and I totally agree with that.
Just sorry.
No, they're gonna go in. Well, the circuit breakers are just slowing the crash. What they're gonna do is they're gonna buy stocks. They already floated it out last week. They're gonna print
Correct.
like 10 trillion, something insane. That's what they have to do. That's what they have to do. And
Yeah, it's like the final end game. It's like all these central banks are just trying to like be the buyers and lenders of last resort.
now, if that doesn't work, it's seriously Mad Max.
So I got a question. You said we were in phase 3 over
two.
the weekend. We were on phase 2 over the weekend. Did we jump 2 phases? Are we like phase 4 now?
No, we're in phase 3 because I was telling you. You asked me about equities. I was like, oh, there's another leg down coming.
Right.
Yeah. So now that, and then President Trump had his address to the nation last night. Not sure if you caught that. I'm sure you did. He was like, serious Trump. And he kind of did like a bait and switch on everybody, like the masses, because he's been tweeting and memeing like, oh, there's only 15 cases and it's going to be 0 soon, saying it during the previous press conferences. Yeah. And then tonight, he formally gets in the Oval Office as if we're going to war and just kind of lets the genie out of the bottle, because now it instills a seriousness in everyone's mind and everyone's talking about it now.
Right. Full script too.
Oh yeah.
It was full script. You could see he was reading off a teleprompter.
No, I have video. Yep. I have leaked video before and after the speech last night.
You do?
Yeah, I do. It's on my Twitter. And then I didn't put on my Twitter the after part, but it seemed like it was definitely scripted. He swore before he went live. It was kind of funny, but he knew this entire time how serious it is. He's gonna roll out later on that he had to keep the public from panicking, and he had to keep the confidence going and buy the government more time to prepare, because that's pretty much what they're doing.
I think the government has been preparing since December, because you can't tell me our Central Intelligence Agency didn't see shit going down in China, because they've been covering it like since November, And okay, I'm in a little online Explorer like trading Discord chat room. I've been trading with these guys for like 3 years. Mm-hmm. Well, we're pretty good researchers, and when we picked up when the Chinese health official announced to the WHO that there's the coronavirus is a thing and it's getting out of control, once I hit the news wire, my group and I, we jumped on that. And we've been researching this since mid-January. We came out with a timeline of how events are going to fold based upon how Western media is handling this, and how the WHO didn't want to declare it until, a pandemic until recently. It is hitting all our timelines by almost the day.
So what's up with these pandemic bonds? Is that a real thing?
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. There was actually a lot of leverage behind that as well.
Okay, so did those become activated? Did they get triggered?
All the people that bought them and put money in, they're not gonna get coupon payments anymore.
Wait, who made this? Who made this?
What?
Security?
Because you know how bonds will pay out quarterly or semi-annually. Yes. It just depends on the product. Right. Yeah, once a pandemic is officially declared, then they're not getting their payments anymore. And then the money goes toward fighting the pandemic.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Oh, this is like a charity thing?
It was a way for the elite to just bring in yield, essentially, on some new product asset out there.
Right, so it was planned, they knew. Or maybe they found out like we did. I found out January 17th.
Yep.
They found out when we did, and then they created these securities. I wonder who created the securities, which bank or firm or institution.
I read something on it. Martin Armstrong has a blog on it.
I love Martin Armstrong.
Yeah, man, he's real. He's legit.
And he did a bid.
He did a couple blogs on it. Maybe just check out his and read through it. I think he lists the bank. I think he narrowed down who issued it or not. I think it was maybe the World Bank that did. But don't quote me on it.
Oh, they created it?
Don't quote me on it, I think. I mean, I've been drowning in a lot of information every day as the weeks pass. So
okay, so I got a question from a super chat. They want to know what are all the phases. So like, kind of go through what phase 4 and 5 are. What would that look like?
All right. Phase 3 is when we're in phase 3. It's when the market continually crashes. There's an extreme risk off in all assets. People are raising cash everywhere. And then you're gonna start seeing the quarantines and lockdown and panic move up, increase here in the United States. Phase 4 is like complete loss in confidence in government, in society, in the Fed. It's gonna get really ugly.
Oh, so I gotta go get.
And then phase 5 is like whatever comes next out of this, because problem solution.
Right.
What's the solution?
Boy, if everyone loses confidence in the authorities, then there is no solution, because the people will come up with the solution. If you know what I mean. By the way, the dollar is at the 96.6 handle, and if everyone's going into cash, the dollar is not rallying. Everyone right now is going into bonds, and the
they're going bonds.
Yeah, bonds are going to blow up though. That's what's hilarious. The more QE they print, and they're going to do like 10 trillion, something insane. Stop this.
You probably don't know who's on the phone here. We got a legendary person on the phone here that on my channel. All of us overnight. She predicted all of this over the weekend. She's a trader out in Philly. She has like direct knowledge and firsthand knowledge and experience with the bond market, the debt markets.
Yeah, so I work in a firm.
Yeah, she works in a firm. So she called in over the weekend and kind of gave us the rundown of what was going to happen, and it happened this week. It happened just as she stated. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I told everyone don't go into bonds because you're gonna get raped.
I started shorting this market 2 weeks ago. I made a life-changing killing.
Yeah.
And no shame in it. I love it.
Right. It's obvious, man. People just need to wake up, man. Like, I don't know what like psych
I'm telling you,
we're under, but we are brainwashed, man. I got literally my wife, co-worker, last week was excited about going on a cruise and told everyone in the lab that they gave her some comps for the cruise. And my wife was like, what the heck? Are you under a rock?
That's what scares me. When the health professionals, the doctors and nurses are this stupid. I mean, it's not that hard to understand. I mean,
and she works in a pathology lab.
Pathology. You think a pathology specialist would even look into a virus that shut down 1.4 billion people, in the world? You think they would look into it? You think they'll just look into it and then go, "Oh my God, this is it." This is what scares me. I don't know if it's the water that's everyone.
I don't know what it is,
but
bro.
It's
weird.
in a way, this reset is. I mean, it's good. It's gonna wash away the weak. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I hope so. But
I don't hope so. Because
this virus is indiscriminate. It doesn't care who you are.
Right, it has no feelings. That's the gloves. Listen, the gloves and the masks and the eyewear, it'll go through your eyes. It cuts it down by 80%. You have to take these measures. You got to disinfect. I've been bleaching my Amazon boxes inside and out when I open things out of the package. It's hilarious. Boomers are walking around, like I do it outside in my garage, and they see me with like a mask on, spraying hundreds of packages in the past week because I've been prepping.
So, bond trader from Philly, are you preparing like financial topic? Have you been preparing? I'm hoping.
Yeah, I started prepping back in January.
Nice.
And so I have like my trading group. Right now, a lot of people in my group that are in like Seattle are out in Seattle and like California, and then this other guy in New Jersey. They're already packing their things right now to go out to like rural areas. And I'm probably going to be in the same boat.
Yeah,
so
honestly, I've already done that too. I've made plans to go out.
Okay, so just to reiterate, you said that Washington State and California will basically do what Italy did, right? Just shut down the border.
And New York State.
And New York State. So people will not be able to come and go, or just flights won't be able to come and go?
So far, flights, and then there was an added on there like quarantine. So I guess interpret that how you wish.
Gotcha.
But it was stated separately that it's going to be quarantined, and then also airports within 24 to 48 hours.
Gotcha.
In those 3 states.
Hey, listen, this was easy to predict, but you know what's going to be interesting is to see if the quarantine works. Because when you quarantine tens of millions of Americans, that's going to be completely different from doing it in China.
Dude, those states are full of like liberal pussies. It's going to happen. They'll obey.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to try to leave.
They're just going to take it.
Oh, yeah. They're going to take it.
Boom. There you have it, people. Hope you guys enjoyed that piece of information from Jane Bond. We're going to have her on again. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, though. And click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!